onto a big brokerage call today. IT sector is in focus after it has been lacking in trade. Morgan Stanley, in fact, has gone ahead and cut the target price for most of the IT sector players. Rucha joins in with more from the report. Rucha, good morning. What are the key highlights?
Right, as you rightly mentioned, they have cut target prices for most of the IT companies, but big downgrade has happened for Infosys, downgrade to equal weight from overweight. In terms of target price, it has been cut to 1740 rupees from 2150 rupees. And in terms of the other stocks, well, LTI, Mindtree, TCS, Coforge are all maintained overweight with a target price of 5,800, 4660 and 11,500 for Coforge respectively. Now, in terms of sector as a whole, they believe that the growth and multiples are being recalibrated. However, the shifts in macro environment and technology are actually happening fast, and therefore they see downside risks emerging for both the revenue growth of IT services as well as the valuation multiples. And remember that valuations were a big concern for most of the investors over the last couple of quarters, and therefore they say that for selected stocks, multiples could also become polarized. Now, in terms of currency, well, this one supports the margins and earnings. However, as I mentioned, valuation multiples have more room for downside risks. Now, in terms of key trades, they prefer TCS over Infosys, Tech Mahindra over HCL Technologies, and Coforge over Emphasis.
Okay, and that's that's the key thing, right? That play. Rucha, thank you so much for that. But that's the key play that we spoke about: TCS over Infi, Tech Mahindra over HCL Tech, and Coforge over Emphasis. But largely, as I said on the trade setup as well, they believe multiples will come off. Now, Sudeep, come in on the IT stocks. Yesterday was a bit of a roller coaster move, down 2%, then gained to close nearly at the day's highs. Nasdaq under a bit of a cloud. How would you trade any of these IT names? Let's pick the large ones. Let's pick the more active ones. Let's say Infosys. Let's say Coforge, and I'll throw in a TCS there.
Neeraj, if we have all these three names put together, I feel the way TCS as well as Infosys have their chart patterns, whether on a daily basis, weekly, or the monthly basis, it's hinting at a downtrend and a stronger downtrend, because the way the stocks have broken there. In fact, if you take TCS's example, it has broken entire 2024's bottom also. So what we feel is that the structure is getting a bit weaker over here, whether it's in case of the large cap names. Tech Mahindra is still holding out of all these larger names. And compare that with the Coforge. Now, Coforge also had its share of problems earlier. We had seen some kind of a downtrend, but in the last few sessions, we are seeing some kind of a bottom being formed closer to 7,400, 7,500. And now 74.50, 74.70 will act as a strong support here. Until the time this is held, we feel a move up to 8,000, 8,100 is likely. So in the short term, we feel Coforge could outperform Infosys as well as TCS from a extreme short term perspective.